Hi, I'm Tiffany. Welcome to Towering TBR. If you're new, I am chronically ill and disabled. I read a wide variety of books, and today I want to tell you about some of the great books I've read recently. The first one was Vanishing Creatures by Katherine Rundell. I picked this up because I read her fantasy story, which had a bunch of mythical creatures, and I absolutely loved the way she wrote about them. And it inspired me to learn more about real-life creatures who are going extinct. Each chapter was about a different creature and would open with a fun fact or anecdote. And I've got a couple of examples. For example, a pangolin has a tongue longer than its torso, and he keeps it rolled up in a little hip pouch. Or, you should never double-cross a crow because they hold grudges. Same. I like the crows. Or, narwhals are considered the unicorns of the sea, not only because of their horn, but because we don't know hardly anything about them. They are incredibly elusive. The last fun fact that I really enjoyed was that President Calvin Coolidge pardoned a raccoon and then adopted a raccoon and called her Rebecca. And she lived in the White House as the first raccoon. I just thought, super cute stories. I learned so much about a variety of creatures, and I learned that there's just a lot we don't know. Animals are more complex than we originally think they are. She ends the book with a call to action. We will have to demand more, both from our adversaries and from our friends. The alternative, a world in which humanity lives alongside a tiny handful of species, amid empty skies and empty seas, becomes more possible every year. Now is the time to act. Now, and now, and now. I was in awe of these creatures that she talked about. I got really swept up, and I absolutely recommend this. This was great. In a bit of a fantasy mood, I decided to pick up Mort by Pratchett. This is in the Discworld series, and it is the first book in the sub-series of Death. So we meet Mort. He is a teenage guy who is trying to find an apprenticeship and decides to apprentice for Death. Death is very excited. He's going to have a vacation, some time off. He needs this. And unfortunately, he puts Mort in charge a little too soon, and Mort decides to mess with reality. This was fun and tongue-in-cheek, and I definitely recommend the audiobook because not only are there multiple narrators, but the narrator for Death was just exquisite. He sounded exactly like I thought he would. It was wonderful. I'm very new to Discworld, but I'm dipping my toe in and enjoying it quite a lot. Next, I picked up The God of the Woods by Liz Moore. This is a literary mystery. In 1975, young Barbara Van Laar goes missing from her family's camp. But this is not the only Van Laar child to disappear. Just 14 years prior, her brother disappeared and has not been heard of since. We get 7 different perspectives, and they jump around quite a lot in time, which really helped keep things tense. We would find out a little bit of Barbara's story and a little bit from the brother Bear's, his story, and it was very tense. It was very much a page turner. I was wondering what was going to happen next. I will say that Bear's storyline and background was much more interesting and carefully thought out. And I was less enamored with Barbara's storyline. Her story, I guess it just didn't chime with me quite as much. And for that, I'm going to give this 3.5 stars. I've read another book by this author called Long Bright River, and I enjoyed that too. So I think she's got only one other book, which is her debut, The Unseen World. And I do plan to pick that up because I do like her writing quite a bit. And most recently, I picked up The Passengers by John Mars. This is a science fiction thriller about AI-driven cars. So we follow Libby. She is on a jury to try to decide if the AI-driven cars can be held responsible for a collision. While they are talking about the case, a hacker breaks in and lets them know that he has hijacked 8 different level 5 cars. Level 5 means that they are fully autonomous. There are no steering wheels, there are no gas pedals, there is nothing that the driver can do to take control of the vehicle. It is 100% automated. And he says that these 8 people, they're going to collide in just a few hours. Then he presents them with a real-life trolley problem. They can choose to save one passenger. If they choose not to save a passenger, if they refuse to play along, all 8 will die. However, if they can reach a consensus, they can save one person. So they start interviewing these passengers, trying to decide who lives and who dies. However, the hacker is pretty smart. He didn't pick these people randomly. All of these people have secrets to hide, and I found that these secrets really made this quite propulsive. I kept wondering what was going to happen, who was going to live, who was going to die, what was going to happen next, and I absolutely loved this. I finished this in just 2 days. That's quite rare for me. If you have any other really fast-paced books that you'd recommend, definitely let me know, because this was really good and exactly what I needed at this time. This also was a biting satire of social media, and I just loved this so much. I definitely plan to try and read more John Marrs books. So that was kind of a bit of everything. Where is my mood going to take me next? Hint, romance. What have you been reading lately? Are you a mood reader or a TBR person? Let's chat about it down in the comments below. Thank you. Bye.